IT.
What a look for some of the Kings players as they entered their building tonight. Here at home, they like to make an impression. This is it, opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Now, Anthony Simons came in as a shy teenager. He said, people here have seen me grow up. Even those around me tell me, man, you've come a long way. You're becoming a man now. I'm coming out of my shell. I've grown a lot, and I'm out of the quiet stage. Now, I'm much more talkative. Kevin?
He is, and his game, David, speaks volumes by itself. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Nurkic, the pivot, with Grant at the other post spot. Payton is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Hart in at the 3. And for Sacramento, Harris and Sabonis hold down the post positions for him. The backcourt pair will be Fox with Herter. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. Over the last few seasons, the Kings have been near the bottom of the defensive rating. And GA, that is a problem.
Yeah, I think they've tried to address that a little in the draft, taking Davion Mitchell back in 21, but it's been a consistent issue in Sacramento. He's going to be shaking his head on that one, knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Lets it go, and Fox gets it to go.
The awareness of Fox starting to come through here. You sag off him for a little bit, sticks the jumper.
Inside, here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
And that one's good, Barnes.
And Harrison Barnes had to make a slight adjustment that time. Really soft touch.
Lillard with it, now guarded by Fox. Pass to Grant. It's rebounded by Herter.
I saw a green light there, but he's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Now here's Lillard. No one near Payton as he lets it go. No good with the triple. Sacramento's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. There's Sabonis, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, Sabonis just taking that hit and finding a way to finish.
Well, the father of Domantas Sabonis, Arvydas, named to the NBA 75 All-European team. Arvydas 7'3" and just so skilled.
Now here's Hart. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic.
Well, Nurkic, with that soft touch, he's starting to cause some problems for the defense.
Pulls it from the elbow. Almost, but it rolls out. And Greg, what was it like playing with the 7'3" Arvydas when you were in the NBA together?
Kevin, we had a couple of years together in Portland, and I'll tell you what, he was an incredible passer. Really made me a better cutter because he was the first guy I played with that could make all the passes no matter where he was on the floor. And you look at the loyalty Lillard has shown, stuck with the Blazers through thick and thin. It's why he is beloved in Portland. Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight. And that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And at some point, Greg, you wonder if Lillard is the greatest Blazer of all time.
Listen, he is in the conversation. You'd have to include Walden Drexler up there. But Lillard's resume in Portland has a strong argument.
Herter, no good. And so Payton will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 4. Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
Grant, one of those big guys that gets up off the ground like a guard. Love to see him throw it down.
For 3, Murray. And the rebound by Nurkic. The Trailblazers have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim unabated in stride.
from the stripe. And Sabonis the bucket on the assist by Fox. Sabonis has got 5 points so far.
And that's what makes Sabonis such a tremendous offensive player. He will score from all three levels.
And Lillard kicks to Grant. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit. Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And the first time out of the game called here for the Trailblazers. And Brent, finally it's here, the first game of the season. These players like us looked like they were itching to get this game underway.
Oh man, all the preparation, the training camp, the taping, the icing, the stretching, the coaching, let's get it going. Guys are ready to start this long marathon, and we'll see who can come out on top.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Sabonis. Kyle comes in for Murray. Malik Monk, he's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Mitchell in for Kevin Huerter. Here's Eubanks. Three-pointers, Simon. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Shoots it up. Miles, no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Pass to Eubanks. Simon's on the wing. Puts it up from 12. It's hauled in by the Kings. 1:49 left in the first. Fox inside the one. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Fox has got his third basket of the night right there. Simons, the pass to Watford. To the inside. Kicks it out to Johnson. Trailblazers moving the ball around.
And for Little, that's a quality find right there, just dropping that pass.
Kings leading now by 4. Fox from outside. Second shot opportunity. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Watford. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Holmes. Monk. Nice persistence to chip it back up and in.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those chip-ins are easy to come by. Now, here's Simon. He kicks to Little. From deep, Johnson. Doesn't go that time. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. 29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Wiles, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
On the wing, Johnson. Down low. Here's Eubanks. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
And Fox gets it to go. Fox has got 11 points.
Well, trying to figure out ways to score through contact, De'Aaron Fox does not back down.
A big-time effort for De'Aaron Fox, providing a lot of energy for the Sacramento Kings. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we'll be right back after this.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Kings Youth Dance Team.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Kings?
Oh, man, how about the mid-range jumper from these guys? It's on tonight, a huge part of their offense so far.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
On the court for the Trailblazers, their forwards, it's Hart and Grant. Damian Lillard out there with Gary Payton II. And it's Nurkic in at the center position. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Sacramento making a switch here. Murray's checked in. Out left to the wing. Here's Grant. Sabonis grabs the board.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
GA, something that's kept Portland from getting over the hump is their defense.
Kevin, their defensive rating hasn't been pretty for several years. It's a point of emphasis for the Blazers going forward. Shore up the D and try and take that next step.
Hart, that's good.
Well, all eyes on Lillard defensively, and that causes a big-time breakdown, and he's quick to take advantage.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
His team is down, but with the way he went at the rim, you know they'll keep fighting the entire game.
Here's Payton after the basket by Davion Mitchell. Lillard with no one around. Those 3 pointers off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
For 3, Murray. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
They're just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Now a timeout called by Portland. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
There's Winslow. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. Nurkic a screen on Murray. 3-pointer, Lillard. Rebound by the Kings. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Trailblazers trail by 14. And here is Hart. Winslow wide open. He fires. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Kings have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Sabonis with the ball. Now Payton defending. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Rebounded by Hart. For Portland, they've gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far.
Josh Hart won't always have his shot falling, but the hustle is there. And a great energy guy with major impact on the floor.
And so Payton will bring it up for Portland. It's a 14-point game. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
They worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrapped for him.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Sinks the 3-pointer. And for Josh Hart, he's a fan favorite because of his hustle.
And that can go a long way in the NBA. Hart looks like a typical 3-and-D player, but he also has that intangible of igniting a team.
Hart with it, and now by Barnes. From outside the arc, out that one, and the Kings' lead has been cut down now to just 6 on the basket from Lillard.
And with some of the deepest range in the league, Lillard has a ton of room behind the arc.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Sabonis. Kyle comes in for Murray. Monks checked in for Kevin Huerter. And it's Fox in for Mitchell. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Eubanks, he's checked in for Nurkic. Nasir Little comes in for Josh Hart. Johnson, he's checked in for Gary Payton. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Time now for an injury report. Let's get an update on Jeremy Grant. Dave, what's the status there?
Hey, Kevin, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for the Trailblazers. He told me that it looks like a bruised tailbone, that he's in some pain. This is not how they wanted to begin the season, and it'll be interesting to see how much this hurts them. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Hopefully we'll see him very soon. There's Winslow after the basket by Richaun Holmes. The 3. Winslow shot is off. Kings leading now by 8. Here's Lyles. And it goes down 2 points. 1:21 left now here in the second. And for Portland, they're shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter. Winslow, the pass to Eubanks. Over to the left wing. The wide open shot by Little. Portland no good that time either. Now here's Barnes. Defense right on him. And he gets it to go.
Attacking is one thing, but body control another, and Harrison Barnes showing you that on that play.
Johnson finds Simon. Now here's Little. And it's Little finishing it off.
Assist.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Holmes, good.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Trailblazers trail by 12. Here's Winslow. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Little. Trailblazers moving the ball around. And Simon's wide open. He'll fight. Off target with his three. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Wiles. Little with the rebound.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Simons, no good.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid it straight up and in.
41. The Trailblazers. 29.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
Welcome, everybody. Glad you could join us. Lots of games around the NBA tonight. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. At Little Caesars Arena, the Pistons with the win over the Magic. By the time we got to the closing moments, this thing was a runaway.
This is the type of upset that can give a team momentum.
Well, let's talk about the first half. And the speed demon De'Aaron Fox has come out of the gate strong.
He's really on a roll, isn't he? Once a guy gets in rhythm, it can be hard to shake him out of it. We'll see what the defense has planned for him in the second half.
So far, it seems like they're just hoping he'll run out of steam. Not a great strategy if you ask anyone. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
The backcourt pair will be Fox with Herter. Harris and Sabonis hold down the post positions for him. And it's Barnes at the three, the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento.
And the Kings look a whole lot different now than they did for most of the 21-22 season. And they were changes that had to be made.
Here's Lillard. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. Now the pass to Grant. To the middle, here's Payton. Drops in the layup for 2. Payton's got his first basket of the night.
And Grant with a nice heads-up play, willing to make the next pass.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Now when a team suffers a playoff drought like the Kings have, Greg, you can expect some major moves.
And you just hope they can find some stability, Kevin, moving forward. This is a team that's gone through 12 head coaches since the last time they made the playoffs.
And Fox gets it to go. Fox has got 13.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
And there's the foul. It's on Keegan Murray. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Grant against Murray. Here's Lillard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Keegan Murray.
So many qualities of a lead guard that Damian Lillard possesses on the floor, in the locker room. He really, truly sets the standard.
And the 0 Damian Lillard wears on his jersey is more than just a number to him.
Yeah, Greg, you know that represents the letter O, as Dame grew up in Oakland, went to college in Ogden, and became an NBA star in Oregon. Oh my, that's a lot of O's.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game. Davion Mitchell's checked in for De'Aaron Fox. Lillard scanning the floor. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in their rebounding numbers as well.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards. Yeah, starting the half here 1 for 5, and the offense might need an ironing out.
Again, the miss by the Kings. Grant with the ball. Out guarded by Murray. Here's Lillard. Here he goes. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Up again.
Herder at 6'7", able to get in there and get after the offensive rebound.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. To the paint. Here's Grant. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 4 assists in the game. Here's Barnes. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Hart the pass to Lillard. Inside. Here's Nurkic. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Nurkic has got 8 points.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. There's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Sacramento making some changes. Trey Lyles checked in for Murray. And Monks subbed in for Harrison Barnes. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Watford's checked in. And it's Simons in for Payton.
His shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
And in this era of player movement, Greg, we're seeing guys often pick teams on fit or style of play. When they look at that, what are they looking into?
You want to have fun coming to work every day, Kevin. I mean, the money they're making, most guys are going to be set for life. But I think they recognize it's about the journey and who you have the opportunity to take that journey with.
Now, here's Monk. Off the mark there with a 3-point shot. Well, Greg, they're looking to make some big stops here to halt this rally.
And luckily, time is on their side, but this is on them. They need to play smart here. Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Simons finds Lillard. Simons with the screen for Lillard. Back to Simons for 3. Kept alive. Sacramento leading by 10.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Right at the free throw line, and the shot goes down. Herder's got 4 points now in the quarter.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
And it's Simons missing.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
On average, 4 to 6 coaching changes happen after every regular season, and in 2021 the Trailblazers parted ways with their coach after 9 seasons, and Chauncey Billups was brought in as their new leader.
Bangs home the trifecta.
And Anthony believing in himself that time, just 0 hesitation on that jump.
Lyles tried to come right back with. The 3 of his own, but it's no good. To the middle, here's Lillard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lillard's got 15. Well, we know, Brent, the Blazers front office really seems to like Coach Chauncey Billups. They feel he brings a certain toughness to that team.
Yeah, the accountability part is what they lean on with Chauncey, and Obviously, a great connection in the point guard mentality between Chauncey and Damian Lillard, but immediately a lot of respect given to him because of how he carried himself in his career. So it's been a welcome change for the organization, and we'll see if they can build upon last year.
Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for the Kings. De'Aaron Fox comes in for Kevin Huerter.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
And here is Simon following the three-pointer from De'Aaron Fox.
Simon's playing unselfish. That's going to help this team get in a great rhythm.
36 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Lyles. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now Portland takes it the other way. Johnson in the corner. Down low. Lobbed up there for Johnson. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
Kings leading now by 5.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Now here's Grant. Out defending. No good from Grant. And so it's Sacramento holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We've got more in store for you right after this.
51.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to fire.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Nurkic the pivot with Grant at the other post spot. Payton is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Hart in at the 3 slot.
So much talked about who's the fastest player in the league. And Fox always being mentioned there. His speed and stepping into this leadership role, lots of great signs from De'Aaron Fox. He got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
Here's Lillard. After the Kings pick up 2. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And the shot goes in. Fox has got 14 points now in the second half.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Grant with a screen on Holmes. And it's Lillard again missing.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Murray. Nurkic with the block.
And Nurkic seeing an opportunity there to make the impact defensively with the block.
Payton in the corner. Moves back up. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Sabonis, he's checked in for the Kings. Greg, you take a look at Nurkic. He is at his best going against big-name centers.
Nurkic is the kind of player who rises to a challenge, can be a bit inconsistent in what he gives you, but he loves the challenge of going up against the best.
It's good. Nurkic has got it back down to within single digits for the Trailblazers.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Sabonis with the bucket.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Payton against Mitchell. And he takes the fantastic lead pass out strong for the slam.
Gary Payton.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Sabonis with the bucket.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up to the Portland Trail Blazers. Trailing by 13. Payton with a screen on Fox. Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebound by the Kings. Sabonis has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Now here's Payton. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. With the putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got 7 points for the quarter.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
And it's Mitchell missing. Trailblazers trail by 11. Pass to Hart. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by Mitchell. Sacramento's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Kept alive by Sacramento. And yes, it's good.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Yeah, that pops your confident balloon out there, just completely deflating when plays like that happen.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And the Kings making a change here. Herter's checked in. Right now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Guys, over the break, Chauncey Billups had some advice for his team. He said, do you want this game? Don't tell me about it. Show me and show your teammates. We've got to play better, and we've got to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys.
Thank you, David.
Just getting more and more court awareness and where guys are at all times is De'Aaron Fox.
To the inside, Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Kings.
The mid-range game has been there for them all game long, and that old-school approach still getting it done in this one.
And there's been another bonus to what's happened with them tonight, and that's the offensive rebounding. They're boxing out, they're getting up extra shots. That could be a difference maker in the result.
Lillard against Barnes. Shoots the 3. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Kings leading now by 15. Here's Herter, and it's good for 2. And you hear the term point forward, but then, Greg, you had Magic Johnson, 6'9", but still a point guard. So what's the difference?
Well, when you talk about a point forward, it's someone whose versatility extends to their playmaking. Magic is the rare talent who redefined the point guard position.
You got to have your heads up on defense. Lillard's going to fire that as soon as he catches it.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're up by 14. 1:22 left to play here in the fourth.
Fans, let's show some love for your Sacramento Kings Breakers.
1:22 left in the fourth. Here's Fox. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Fox has got 8 here in the quarter.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Kings.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for De'Aaron Fox.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
And that one's good, Barnes. And the Kings lead by 18.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Little can't hit. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Fox, and he converts the layup. Fox has got 31.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Sabonis feeling it out a bit. Fires from 14. No good. And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much, De'Aaron. It was a great start tonight. How did you get that big lead in the first half?
We were just able to get stops. I mean, offensively, we got shots that we wanted to get, and we were able to knock them down. Coming to the game, we knew that we had to keep them out of transition. I think we did a good job of it in the first quarter. I think that's how we jumped out into that lead in the first half.
You were able to ride that wave all the way to the win, man. Congrats again. Back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. As New Balance presents our player of the game, De'Aaron Fox.